Hey everyone, so I bet you're all wondering after watching the fashion show how those Victoria's Secret angels get their beautiful glow. I'm sure we all know that it's partially genes and it's partially just working at it really hard because it's their whole job to be beautiful, and the rest of us have other things to worry about. So I'm going to show you a really easy way for a mere mortal like you or me to get that look. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my eye, and I'm using the Smashbox primer today. I don't really know why, I just felt like it. Just blend that all over and under the eye. Not all the way under like I do with the Stay Don't Stray, but just under the lower lash line right there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flat brush and I'm going to take the color Sin from the Urban Decay Naked Palette right here, and I'm going to pat that all over my lid. If you have much darker skin, you should use a darker color. It should be about a shade lighter than the skin on your eyelids and shimmery. So for me, that's kind of a champagne color, and you can bring it around the inner corner as well, a little bit up past the crease. Okay, then what you want to do is take your stiff dome brush like this. I'm using a MAC 217. If you can find something similar, I think Sigma makes a brush that's similar, and I'm sure there are others as well. I'm going to take this color Buck right here, and this is just kind of a matte, like light to medium brown, and I'm just going to get that on my dome brush, tap off the excess, and then there's an interesting shape that happens with their eyes, and it's kind of how they get that slanted hypnotic eye. And what they do is they take it in the crease, and they start out normal in the crease like you would, but then they come out straight and past the brow. So first you want to establish that line and just keep going over that, and you see I'm already developing that kind of cat eye slant. And then this part is probably going to require a lot of shadow, and you just want to keep building that. And then what you want to do is when you get out to this corner, you want to take it down and meet it with the upper corner of your eye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a matte, almost black brown, and I'm going to take that from my Coastal Scents palette. It's going to be this color right here. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, it's going to be this color right here, second from the bottom. And I'm just going to get a little bit on the same brush, tap off the excess, and then you're just going to go in that outer corner and kind of intensify that slanted cat look and take it into your crease as well. So just kind of fill in that outer V area, but don't go past the arch of your eyebrow because you don't want to darken up the look too much and make your eyes look heavy. Then what you want to do is take your blending brush. I have a 224 right here from MAC. I think Sigma makes a duplicate. They're probably available from other companies. I've just only really seen one from Sigma. And then you're just going to blend out the top there and blend around the sides just to avoid too much harsh lines. You kind of do want to keep that slant right here, but as far as up to the brow, you don't really want to keep the harsh line on top. Then what you want to do is take your same brush, whatever's left on it, just take it under the eye very lightly. The under eye is not very emphasized because they don't want to drag the eye down. They want a very like flirty, open look. Now that you have that, what you want to do is, I think that they use a brown gel liner, and I don't really have a brown gel liner, so I'm going to take the same black brown that I just used, and I'm going to use a damp eyeliner brush. So this is the brush I'm going to be using. It's a Stila 28, and it's a double-ended brush, but anything that's kind of thin, you can even use an art store brush. They're really easy to find. There's lots of brushes like this at an art store. So I'm just going to wet that. Sometimes when you wet shadow to get like a liquid liner look, you kind of have to work with the consistencies, and you can always go back over it if it doesn't work. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line my upper lash line, and then I'm going to wing it out slightly. And see, I think I over diluted my brown liner, so you just kind of have to work with it. So there's your little baby wing. They use brown liner because it kind of gives a softer, sexier look, and it doesn't weigh the eye down. Kind of gives that open look. Like, see, this eye looks very like bright and awake. And then the last thing you want to do on the eyes before you do mascara is I'm going to take the other end of my Stila brush. Any kind of small brush will do. Small flat brush, and I'm going to take my Naked palette again, And I'm going to take the color Virgin, which is on the very end, and it's an almost white, kind of like creamy pink color. And I'm going to put that in the inner corners generously and kind of press it in so it's very intense, because they really, really focus on brightening the eyes and making them look awake, because that's, you know, very attractive. It's pretty bright, I would say. And then do the same thing under the brow. It should be most intense right like below the brow, and then you can kind of bring it down a little bit. But at the very high point of the brow is where it should be most intense. And then if you feel that you have an edge and you need to smooth it out, you can go back with your 224 and smooth that out a little. The last step is to apply mascara, and then we will be done with the eyes. So I'm going to use my usual Sephora Lash Plumber mascara. It's a big, beautiful brush. And it's very important that you get these very fluttery lashes, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You take it at the base and you wiggle it out the first couple times, the first couple strokes with the mascara wand. Then what you want to do is very lightly stroke all the way to the ends without wiggling, but use a very light touch. Don't mash the brush into your lashes at all. Very light touch, and this is what keeps them separated and really gives them that like feathery natural look, like you just have naturally thick black eyelashes. Near the end you can go back and kind of re-thicken the roots by wiggling, and then go to the ends again. And there you have your beautiful fluttery lashes, and they look very natural and non-clumpy. So that's it for the eyes. As you notice, even though I'm like totally obsessed with lining my waterlines, I didn't do it this time because the Victoria's Secret Angels really, they like to make them look very like wide-eyed and very bright-eyed. So usually what they do is they line the waterline with a white pencil. I don't have a white pencil, so I decided to just leave them bare. But there are like really cheap white pencils available at drugstores and things like that. I just figured that I'm in the middle of finals, so I didn't really have time to go to the store and purchase one. So next we're going to work on the face, and the first thing I'm going to do is take this peach blush. I'm using my Makeup Forever cream blush. Any cream blush will do. It just gives it kind of a more like natural, like glowing from within look. To have the cream blush on. Peach or baby pink would be nice, or kind of a combination of the two. I think this is kind of like a warm peachy pink, so it's like the best of both worlds. And then do your bronzer. And I like to do my usual contouring. Contouring is big on the Victoria's Secret runway. Of course, it's big on every runway, but theirs especially, and they like to use like a warm bronzer. So I'm going to take that under the cheekbones and kind of use a light touch and buff it out as you apply, so you don't have like terrible streaks and look silly, because that's not sexy. And no Victoria's Secret angel would walk down the runway like that. And go under the jaw, because you want that sculpted jaw like they all have. They have beautiful jaw lines. They have beautiful everything though, honestly. I think you all know that. So take it under the jaw, and then do the temples and bring it around the top of the hairline. So, and I already did the other side of my face, hence why I'm only doing one side now. And then the last step for the face is I'm going to take this kind of like medium-sized fluffy-ish brush, and I'm going to take the color Sin again from the eyeshadow palette and just get that in there. Tap off a lot of excess though so you don't look crazy. And then I'm going to place that on the top of my cheekbones in kind of a C shape. And that'll give you that glow that catches the light on the runway, and then just kind of blend it down a little. Don't go crazy. So, then the last thing is the lips. And I'm just going to use a lip gloss. I'm sure on the runway they probably do a lot of contouring in the lips. If you have already full lips, then there's not really any reason to make them look larger, and I'm pretty happy with the size of my lips, so I'm just going to use my Smashbox lip gloss that I talked about in my last video. It's in the color Pout, and I think it makes my lips look really pretty. So anything kind of like light pink and shimmery, light peach and shimmery, light and shimmery is what they like to do on the models. And there's your very sexy Victoria's Secret look. See you later. Bye.